Final project. Racines, pieds, bois, courir bien fond. Or, The Roots of the Trees Run Deep. Alaine Beauparlant. Latin American History plus Creative Writing Workshop. Sister Patricia Wagner, Ph.D., St. Catherine de' Ricci Academy. Final project instructions. You will examine the journey of a Latin American country's revolution in 3 sections while highlighting a prominent family's contribution to its early liberation and subsequent development. Latin America is the birthplace of magical realism, the literary genre that juxtaposes the everyday with the fantastic and makes no apologies or explanations for it. If the spirit moves you, write in the tradition of the greats and embrace the aspects of your chosen culture that leave you breathless. Remember, this class is equal parts Latin American history and creative writing. Part 1. The List. Due Wednesday, January 6th. 10% of final project grade. Instructions. Create a list of notable individuals in your chosen country's revolution. Include the defining moments of 5 or more principal actors. At least one should be from your prominent family. And describe his or her claim to fame. Use the list as a framework for both the presentation and story sections of your project. Be sure to also include a short paragraph describing your presentation plans. Part 2. The Presentation. Due Tuesday, January 12th. 40% of final project grade. Instructions. Using the research you've conducted throughout the year on your chosen country, depict a culturally significant moment in time as it relates to your country's revolution. Costumes, photographs, dioramas, and other props are encouraged. Part 3. The Story. Due Friday, April 1st. 50% of final project grade. Instructions. Present the information that you've collected on your chosen family in an engaging story. How did they impact the revolution? Does the family remain a significant power in the country's modern history? This section is where your creative writing should particularly shine. Part 1. Nous toutes fous là. We're all mad here. Thursday, November 12th. The Life and Times of Alaine Beauparlant. Curiouser and curiouser. Quoting my favorite line in my favorite book, "Hi, Alice," was my first reaction when I came home from school today and saw the new laptop that I'd been heavily hinting at wanting for the last few months placed carefully in the center of the small desk in my bedroom. Well, my first reaction was actually distrust. Now, I know that a normal reaction to receiving a gift that you've wanted for an eternity and a quarter should involve something like clasping your hands on either side of your face, tears of happiness sliding down your cheeks, and a toothy grin followed by a loud exclamation of, "Oh, you shouldn't have." But gifting at my house doesn't quite work out that way when you know for a fact that you're not due to receive said gift for another 6 to 9 months. Not when the only thing your divorced parents agree on is that their sole child should never feel entitled to anything without earning it, no matter what their salaries could provide. I was almost positive that my parents were going to surprise me with the laptop as a graduation present after I'd done my part as the first-generation American daughter and gotten accepted to Mom's alma mater, Columbia University, to study journalism. This would, of course, be followed by the other items they'd have to get from my Welcome to College Don't Mess This Up package. See? Mini fridge, microwave, respectably sized television, twin extra-long bedding, freedom, etc. The bright red bow that was unceremoniously attached to the cover of the laptop clashed